Look on the screen, look on the screen. Remember, not my son, my son. He ain't never done nothing. Check it out, folks. Fair use.
In a moment, a young 22-year-old life was ended, and another forever altered.
This was just not an attack on 3 brave officers. This was an attack on the city of New York.
Tonight, breaking news, a devastating loss for the NYPD. We have just learned a 22-year-old police officer has been shot and killed in the line of duty, and a second officer is fighting for his life right now. We have live team coverage. Good evening. I'm Maurice Dubois.
And I'm Christine Johnson. Police say they were responding to a call for help from a mother when her son ambushed those officers.
We are getting a look at that suspect who was shot by a third officer on the scene. Police identifying the suspect as 47-year-old LaShawn McNeil, a convicted felon.
And this just in, a photo of the weapon police say was used in this deadly shooting. Investigators say it is an illegal gun.
The gunfire erupted around 6:15 this morning on 135th Street between Lenox Avenue and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard.
Chopper 2 over Harlem Hospital, where those officers were rushed to tonight. And you can see a procession forming outside the hospital doors, where the body of the fallen officer will be escorted out. The NYPD heartbroken and in mourning tonight. We have crews covering all angles of this tragedy. Let's begin with CBS 2's Dick Brennan standing by in Harlem Hospital for the latest. Dick?
Well, Christine and Maurice, heartbreaking. It's just so awful to see the faces on those NYPD officers. They lost one of their own, just 22 years old, really just a kid, just starting out on the force. And perhaps in a way that we haven't seen before, we saw a mayor tonight, not only heartbroken, but angry at a city that he is so upset with right now, and a department that is convulsed in a way that perhaps we haven't seen in years. The gunfire erupted in the apartment on 135th Street at around 6:30 in the evening.
Around 10 to 15 shots, like rapid fire, and I thought they were fireworks. I'm like, nobody does fireworks in January.
Police were responding to a domestic disturbance between a mother and a son. The woman is a corrections officer, but when the two NYPD officers arrived, they walked into an ambush. The woman's son, identified as LaShawn McNeil.
One officer remained with the 2 family members, while 2 other officers go to the back bedroom. As our first officers approach the bedroom, the door swings open and numerous shots are fired, striking both officers, one fatally and one is in critical condition. As the perpetrators attempt to exit, he is confronted by our third officer, who fires 2 rounds, striking him in the right arm and head.
They came to answer a call for service, what countless officers do every single day.
Neighbors say there was a huge police response to the shooting.
You hear all the sirens, you see all the cars. It's sad. It's sad. This is sad. Dude, we got enough problems in this world. We don't, this is not it.
Police say the gunman McNeil had an extensive criminal record.
It is our city against the killers.
People in the neighborhood say they're upset about what they're seeing in the streets.
I'm sad. I'm a big fan of NYPD. I know what crazy year we had, Black Lives Matter, and everyone, talks down on the cops. But as a black man, a military veteran, I love these guys and women and what they do. And I always see them out and I always say thank you. So it's just sad.
This was just not an attack on 3 brave officers. This was an attack on the city of New York.
Now, right now, we have 1 officer dead, 1 officer in grave condition, and the suspect, we're told, is in surgery right now, and you know that third officer was wounded. And we can tell you that the mayor was very passionate tonight, and he certainly had the voice.
They shouldn't even operate. Wow. So let's get it straight. The mother called, she's a corrections officer, and she called the police on her son. Do you think this is the first time there's been a domestic dispute with him? You think? I don't know them, thank goodness. But I will say this, and I've said it before. A lot of times with these mammies, your chickens come home to roost. When they're committing these crimes, man, in the BC, there is safety. Oh, yeah. A lot of times these moms or mammies, and I don't know the woman, I'm speaking in general, but a lot of times their sons commit these crimes, they look the other way. That's my son, my son. Until it gets a little hot and heavy, and now it's on you. This fool, 47 years old, a failure. But dust buckets are always given a chance. They're always given a second chance. Chance after chance after chance. And the same ones who support them, the same ones who have their back and make excuses for them, give them chance after chance. The same ones who line their pockets, give them 3 hots in a cot. It's a matter of time before the dusties will turn on you. And then you got a 911 call, boo. Look at his record. I would have been done with this fool. See, a lot of these characters, like this trash on the screen, they have been mammified. You have to have the darn police, or these fools are just run rampant. Put your marching shoes on, black women, if you want. You're looking like a fool. I'm sorry to tell you. The same man that's killing you, beating you, got to call 911 to get him off you or to hold this animal down. Then you're going to say, let's go march for him. Really? His mother has to call 911, and look what happens. For him, like I said, an extensive record, and for him to pull this off, he might call himself, oh, I ain't going back to jail. Oh, you are going now. You're going for life, fool. And don't be surprised if mama, the mammy, don't be surprised. Some of these same women, in general, they will go and put money on the book. Well, that's my son and I still love him. They will go and put money on his book. Beware the angry black man. Please have your gun in hand. It's like they're out of control. They are out of control. Ladies, the one thing you don't want to be around, you don't want to be around a person that's checked out. They have no value. It's like a bad stock. And trust me, the stock market in the past 2 days, it has been horrendous. But I'm going to stay strong. But you don't want to be around low performing men. When they get desperate, they feel entitled by the BC and the mammies. At any moment, something can go off. And look at this. And I'm sure, I would not doubt, quite often in circumstances like this, you'll have the mother when things happen. See, as long as it's not on her, it's okay. It's her baby. My son. If someone had told her his anger is going to escalate, he's going to keep committing crimes, he's going to harm her. I mean, again, you couldn't handle your son. You couldn't handle your son. He ain't never done nothing. You couldn't handle it. Had to call 911. Now, because you and your son got into it, now 2 people are dead. Well, no, I'm sorry. One person is dead, and one person's life has been altered. The other cop, how is the person going to be able to walk again or walk the same? We'll have to go through therapy. Because it is on the screen, a 22-year-old is dead, answering a call. It's crazy. So as the song said, Mama the mammy, she's growing tired. She get tired. You want to put your foot down. Newsflash for you. Once you raise these dust buckets and being a mammy, and you want to put your foot down, if that's the case, you want to put your foot down, go ahead and try it. These dust buckets, they will put you in the ground. And I'm out.